Hey, welcome to SinCityBounty.
Finally, we're live on the right page.
We had a false start.
Yeah. So, we sang the song, we had an intro.
We
everything.
did. We talked about things that we want to do. Welcome to our new studio setup.
Woo! It's a little more intimate studio, we are aware, and it'll be like this until I buy a house this year and set up a permanent studio space for us. FYI, if you are a Patreon subscriber, you will get to go on that journey with me. I am going to find both a real estate agent and a financial person who will let me live stream from their offices while we do the shit.
Nice.
So, you'll go on the house buying journey with me.
All right.
But you got to be that's for any level Patreon subscriber right now.
Or how about a non-subscriber?
No, only Patreon
only
subscribers.
Patreon subscribers. Because we have people who follow us on Patreon, but they're not subscribers.
Yeah, no, you got to be a subscriber. You got to be a supporter, goddammit. Send us money. We need money. So that we can buy a new studio. Just kidding. None of your money will go towards the down payment of my home. But I might be able to write off most of it if I put in a studio.
Do you remember when we used to just do podcasts from my house?
Yes.
And we called it Triple Wide Studios.
We did call it Triple Wide Studios.
So what are we gonna call
Weiner
your
Studios?
Yeah, this is Chez Weiner Studios.
Chez Weiner Studios.
All right.
Until I get a new house and it gets a new name. My house is named Chez Weiner. All of my friends know it. That's when I create a private event, it's posted as Chez Weiner. That's my house.
Right.
And it's not because there's a lot of wiener in here, even though I am outnumbered,
You are outnumbered.
4 to 1 by wieners in this house.
Yes, you are.
And it's not because there's a lot. Even when we had a lizard for a while, and the lizard was a dude. So it was all dudes in this house. It's just me. I'm the only estrogen in the room.
I mean, not right this moment.
No, not right now.
I don't have a penis.
But even right now,
I have
we're
a
still
bag full of dildos, but I don't have a penis.
I used to have your bag full of dildos.
You did.
But I don't anymore.
Not anymore?
No, I have
No.
my bag full of dildos.
I
back.
gave them back to her.
Except,
How long can you live without your bag full of dildos?
I live
really?
plenty long.
It was at least a
But
year.
my hands, I mean, I have carpal tunnel now, but I do have to say that when I packed up my bag full of vibrators, most of them were rechargeable, and I did not pack the recharger cord, so like I can't use any of them. So I decided I'm just going to start.
Do you have one of those super duper uber everybody talks about Hitachis?
So I don't have a big fancy Hitachi, but I have a
You got the Wish special,
small,
right?
It's Amazon.
Oh,
I
Amazon.
bought it when I was in these Amazon review groups. I would often review like vibrators. And I bought it there, and it was like the best invention ever. I mean, that thing can get me like off in like 0 to 13 seconds. Like it's
When you're just
that
trying
thing
to
was
get the
amazing.
sleep.
Yeah, when you're like, I just need to get this over with quickly. I mean, it worked. It was fabulous. I highly recommend it to everyone. You can DM me. I'll tell you
Everything.
the exact kind and
We'll
brand
send you links.
and all of that. I definitely need to get another because that one I felt a few tears, and you know I kind of shook and I'm like, don't you have a little juice left in you? But
And you can't
alas,
just switch out the batteries in that one?
no, they're not because they're all rechargeable. So you have to plug in this cord, a rechargeable thing, and
That sucks.
I either packed all that away or threw it. So
One of the other things that we'll be getting is a P.O. box so people can send us stuff.
We will be getting a P.O. box. And I'll probably get it at the UPS store that I go to almost daily for work. So,
Oh, wow. That's cool.
yeah.
Andrew, you need some real dick. I get real dick, but I mean everybody also. It's good to also masturbate.
Yeah,
And sometimes real dick is busy.
right.
I mean,
And honestly, sometimes I don't want to deal with all the bullshit that goes into getting real
True,
dick.
true.
Sometimes I just want an orgasm and go to bed.
you don't want to have to tell them how to go, where to go, how fast, slow down.
I don't have to worry about them getting off, like none of that. Sometimes just want to get it over with.
And sometimes you want to add it, like to the mix.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah.
A little DP without the second
You
person.
know what would be so insulting is if you're with real dick and you say, dude, grab my Hitachi.
I would no.
But if you're using it together, that's the thing.
no.
Like
No,
if it's intentional.
if he's in you and you put it right on your clit, so it's right at the base of his dick too. Mm-hmm.
See, it's multi-purpose. Happy Tuesday. What did you shake to get the juice out? My wand type
Hitachi
vibrator.
wand
Yeah. I really quick. I lost that. I no longer have the charger, so I just have it, and I was shaking it to see, like, hitting it just to see if I could get it to work just a little.
You don't check all your other appliances to see if one of those plugs
None
would
of them
actually
work. I have with tears in my eyes. I was like,
I've literally taken batteries out of a remote for.
I have also taken batteries out of remotes, but I don't do the battery ones.
There's no batteries in any of the remotes for the stuff upstairs in my TV because they are all in my dildo.
So yeah, no, there's no shame. There used to, like, in my nightstand, there used to be same thing. It was like battery-less remotes. So yeah. I would change the Roku from my phone just because I wouldn't have to worry about.
Yeah, we lost the remote for the TV down here. We have to use our phones now. Thank God it's a smart TV with an app on our phones we can operate it with. We have no idea where the fucking remote went for it. None at all. It's just fucking gone. Dog probably ate it.
Alright, so what do we want to talk about first? There was a big thing that happened this week. Let's talk about you first.
Oh.
Because it's huge. In fact, I checked today to make sure it was okay for us to do the show today.
It's huge, but it's not like that big. Like, it's not that big a deal. I ended up... So, in my real life job that pays the bills, I work in a warehouse. I'm a manager in a warehouse. And I was in the warehouse doing my normal duties. I took a step back, forgetting I had a pallet on the ground that was probably planned to be loaded with something. Anyway, forgot it was there. Took a step back, tripped over the pallet, and fell with the back of my head into the front of my forklift. Not the tines, but the cage on the back of the tines that keeps shit from falling into the operator area. And at first I thought I just whacked my head pretty good, and the guy that was with me was like, dude, should I go get HR? And I'm like, no, I think I'm okay. I think I just really whacked my head pretty good. But then I brought my hand down, and it was covered in blood, and I was like, no, I think we're going to need HR. And he went up to go get HR, and as I'm sitting there, and I'm just trying to focus and not pass out, I did not pass out. I felt warm, wet all down the back of my head and my neck and my back. And I was like, shit, I am bleeding a lot. So I had to go to the bathroom and get some hand towels and put them on my head and provide direct pressure. If you ever are bleeding from somewhere, just grab whatever you have nearby that isn't absolutely covered in dirt and put direct pressure on it. Doesn't matter if it's clean, doesn't matter if it's sanitized, you need to stop the bleeding. You can clean and sanitize later. So direct pressure on my head, and by the time somebody came from up front back to the warehouse, apparently I looked a fucking tragedy, because a couple of people turned right around and noped right the fuck back out of there because they were like, nope, not dealing with this. And I got transported by ambulance to the ER, where that was an experience. Anyway, I ended up with 4 staples in my head, and I haven't washed my hair in almost a week because I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to keep the area clear, clean, and covered. And since they didn't shave any part of my head, thank God, because I just got my hair done the night before. So I just have a really greasy hair, and I'm going to be wearing bandanas for another week. At least another week. And I might break down and wash my hair tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty tender to touch, so I'm kind of worried about, because it's like right here. And so that's right where the water hits me from the shower. And I'm like super worried that that's going to hurt like a motherfucker. And fun fact, 2 fun facts. A, I am allergic to opiates and most narcotics, so I can't take any of the fun stuff. And B, apparently lidocaine doesn't work on me. They gave me 2 rounds of lidocaine, and I could still feel everything. They kept there. She came back the first time, poked me, was like, can you feel that? I was like, ow, yes, you put a needle in my head. She goes, oh, you shouldn't feel that. And I'm like, well, I do. So she put more lidocaine in my scalp. Like 67 fucking shots, I swear to God. And came back 15 minutes later and was like, can you feel that? I was like, oh, yes, that's a needle in my head. And she goes, well, I can't do a 3rd round of lidocaine on you because clearly after 2 rounds it doesn't work on you. Some people it just doesn't work on. And I'm like, wait. I said, so you're going to put staples. You're going to staple my head with no painkiller? She's like, yes. Hold still. I raw dogged 4 staples, motherfuckers. So I don't want to hear nobody bitching about nothing. Next time I'm going to tell them just to fucking put me under. I will tell you that I taught everyone in that little room that I was in, because I wasn't in a room by myself. I was in like a holding area. And I taught everyone in there whole new ways to use curse words. Whole new ways. Another fun fact, sterile water burns more than hydrogen peroxide in an open wound.
Oh. So, it's because of the bandana on your head, but Jasper says the set looks like y'all have a seance.
It could also be the curtain.
It could be.
I mean, I get where you're saying it. I do have to tell you something, like right now, because I'm at a weird angle, every time like I look at you while you're talking and I look, it looks like you're getting major side eye. Like, it's just the angle, so I'm sitting here this whole time as you're talking, like, trying to watch, like, how do I not look like I'm giving side eye? How do I fix... So
we could totally turn the lights out, light some candles. I got like at least 2 tarot decks in this house.
Oh yeah, I can read my coffee grounds.
You get grounds in there?
No,
I've got nothing.
I could read my tea leaf bag.
Yeah.
I feel a sore throat going away
with
soon.
this injury. So Sierra is one of the best communicators ever, because as soon as it happened, I don't even think she was in the ambulance yet.
I was not.
She had texted us to let us know what was going on. All of her people.
I have 4 group messages, 3 in text and 1 on Messenger. And it went in order of my family unit, which is my son and his dad, my partners, my show hosts, and then my religious community. And in that order, and I literally, just so you all know, you all got the same goddamn message. I just fucking copied and pasted that shit. And a lot of the updates y'all got was just copied and fucking pasted across the board, because I was just like, I am not sending messages to people I can barely think.
Which was awesome. Thank you so much. But after you described, when we got together and you finally described what happened, you know, if you would have fell an inch one way or the other, it could have meant something else.
If I had not braced myself as I was coming down, I didn't get a full concussion. There's like levels of concussed. I'm not the kind of concussed where they were even fucking worried about it. Like, they told me, just don't drive tomorrow, you'll be fine on Saturday. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't black out. I didn't lose any vision. I was coherent and cognizant the whole time. I do find myself stumbling over some words every now and then, but I think that's mostly because I've had like a low-level headache since Thursday. I don't even have a major headache. Most of it is like, it's pain at the point of impact. Most of it.
And then the other thing that you did was you posted a list on your other Facebook of all the injuries that you've had in the past 5 years?
5 years. I've had a major injury every year for 5 years, except 2017, but I think there was one that just wasn't as bad as the others, so I forgot about it. But yeah, I tore a ligament in the back of my right hip in 2016. 2017 we sort of skipped. 2018 was when I pulled all those muscles in my back and I was out for a number of shows, but I couldn't turn my head for at least a month and a half, 2 months. And then it was almost 6 months of therapy before it was back. And I still have twinges every now and then. And then last year was the hip, my left hip. I tore, it's sort of like your rotator cuff for your shoulder, but in your hip. I tore that. And then this year was my fucking head. And it's not even fucking the end of January yet. I can't even imagine what's going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen the rest of this year. You've got it covered.
I guess
this
so.
Year. All right, so let's go over some of these. Tristan says, I'm sorry this happened to you. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. We stream this live on Facebook, so you can come over to our Facebook page and join the chat. So I'm going to talk about some of the chat up here. Tristan says, I'm sorry this happened to you. Andra says, heal up. Stephanie says, get the no water shampoo to wash your hair.
There's chemicals in that I don't know if I want all up in my raw staple space in my head.
You might need some help. Maybe you can cover it or something and then do the rest of your hair.
I mean,
I
I'm just throwing it out there, not, sharing how I might know or anything like this, but Stephanie's pretty in the know. So.
Tim says, you are a responsible adult, Sierra, because just knowing my history with injuries and art, she's got to answer this. I would not have been able to fight the urge to take a Carrie prom pic as soon as I felt warm, wet.
I do have a photo of my neck covered in blood on my phone, but it was after I got to the emergency room, so some of it had been wiped off by the paramedics because they had to make sure I wasn't injured anywhere else. But the whole nape of my neck and all of this hair back here and everything from the injury site down was matted with blood. It was so gross.
She does have graphic injury photos.
I do.
Which she was willing to send out to those of her friends that wanted to see them. Myself and Toxie did not indulge.
No,
there was a couple of people who were like, no. Mm-hmm. But there were lots of you creepy motherfuckers who were like, yes, please. And I was like, here you go, you kinky bastards.
Chris says, at least they tried to numb you. They didn't me. They just stapled mine. Bree says, it's the black fabric wall that makes it look very cultish. Nice.
It's dark gray, by the way.
Britt says, hey. Steph says, hey, at least you got this year's injury out of the way. That's right. And Bree says, shit, wait till you get to be my age.
Girl. My 30s have not been kind to me, and my 40s are not starting off well either.
And Jasper says, who's a boxer? So he probably knows a little bit. He says, whether it's a mild concussion or a severe concussion, it's still a concussion at the end of the day. Because the gray matter in your brain, along with the cerebral cortex and brainstem, got shook.
Yeah. And so that's why, like, I'm on light duty at work. I'm not operating the heavy machinery. I do have a photo. I posted on my regular. There's a dent in the front of my forklift. It's not from me, but it's in the area where I hit my head. So the joke that's been going around the office is that, because now nobody's ever really looked at it, but now they're looking at it, and there was like, people were actually wondering if I had made the dent in that.
You should totally claim it.
I am telling everybody that I did. When the guy that was there when I got injured came to see me today, or Monday when I got back, and I took him over and we looked at it, and there's no blood or anything on there anymore. And the pallet that I did bleed all over, because I did bleed all over the pallet I tripped on, he said, I think we just threw that away. I was like, that's probably a good idea. Actually, no, what we should have done was ship that to fucking China, because China has sent me multiple packages with blood all over them. Those motherfuckers. Sorry, I turned my head too fast. You know that prickly scalp feeling you get when you're a little chilled or something's kind of creepy? Mm-hmm. That does not feel good when you have staples in your scalp.
Oh, I bet.
It pulls everything in weird ways.
Or it does feel good if you're into that kind of thing.
I'm into pain, but not like that.
Steph says they do make an all-natural, organic, no-water shampoo.
I'll look into that.
And what is a BAMF? B-A-M-F. Badass motherfucker?
Yes.
You are a badass motherfucker.
I
according
am.
to Tim.
A BAMF.
Andrew says, you gave your forklift head.
I did. It was the best head that forklift's ever had, too.
You should totally sign that forklift with your name in that spot.
You know, if we weren't getting ready to sell that motherfucker, I would, but we have to get rid of it because it's old. And
I think I have an engraver at home.
The next person that buys it will be like, who the fuck is this? Miss Goodhead 2020? That's my title right now.
So we're very glad you're alive.
Me too. And that I didn't have to spend any more than... I was only in the ER for like 4 hours.
That's not too bad, actually.
It's not bad at all. I know that my injury was minor. The dude in the bed next to me literally had a broken neck. So, like... Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, so how'd you hurt yourself? And he was like, you mean how'd I break my neck? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I fell off a ladder? And I was like, wow, dude. So I'm super glad it wasn't worse than it was. I only spent 4 hours in the ER. I'm going to have a wicked scar no one's going to be able to see because it's in my fucking hair, but it'll be there. So if I ever decide to shave my head, you'll see it.
Right.
But
sign it in blood. So metal.
I already anointed it with blood.
That's
I don't
right.
know what more I need to do.
It's already been christened. We can sacrifice it to the gods.
It's got my DNA all up on it. I can't commit a crime anywhere. I've bled or shed all over the whole fucking country at this point.
I have DNA in some places, but for different reasons.
It's because you fart in hotel
Then
rooms.
I'm like, that's probably it. But I'm like, I'm not going to commit a crime. We're just going to skip that.
I found a meme the other day. I don't know if it's true because I didn't check to see if it was true. It was just a meme. It was hilarious. In Indiana, they allow prisoners to adopt cats. So if I'm ever going to commit a crime, it's going to be in Indiana.
I saw that. They let them adopt cats, and they're like, "You worried about them hurting cats?" I'm like, "No, some dude killed another dude in here because he
spit at a cat.
Because he spit at the cat." I was like, well, I'm not worried about that. Send all the homeless kitties to the prisoners then.
They do. I did read something where they do background checks and stuff like that, so it's probably true. So
I mean, they probably just don't let the ones who are in for like animal abuse.
yeah, serial killers and shit like that.
Well, even serial killers can love a kitty, but if they, you know.
Most serial killers don't, from what I understand. That's
They
like
start
one of
off
the
killing
telltale
kitties.
signs.
Right, but
is
not every
killing
single
animals.
one.
No,
They don't all kill animals.
just the good ones.
Only the ones who make it onto Netflix.
Right.
Did you watch that? There's a series on Netflix
No,
called
and
Don't
he
Fuck
just
with
asked.
Cats.
No.
Yeah.
For that reason, no.
There's a woman from Vegas who was on that internet investigation team.
Don't fuck with cats.
It's a little mini series about how they tracked this Canadian killer. He only killed one person. They stopped him before he became a serial killer, but he used to post videos of himself killing cats.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So this team, this group of people, this Facebook group, started Googling and hunting and all kinds of social media, hunting him down.
Wow. Thank God did they catch him?
Yes, he killed one person before they caught him, but
They caught him.
they caught him.
Someone wants to know if your coffee's good.
It's tea. I woke up with a sore throat today, and I've been fucking with it all day. So it's Yogi's. They don't sponsor us, but it's Yogi's like sore throat or throat reliever or something like that. It's just tea. It's not coffee. She's got coffee though.
I do. My coffee is very good. I won't say the brand because they don't pay us. I was spinning my sister in a chair years ago and it flipped over and she cut her head open on the corner of our coffee table and needed staples. That was Lisa.
Yeah, it's no fucking joke, man.
Nope.
It was scary as hell. Real moment. I'm glad nobody from work went with me because I had an anxiety attack in the hospital. After the first nurse came back and did all the shit and then they walked away. And just out of nowhere, I just started sobbing uncontrollably. And I'm trying to control it, trying to keep it in and keep it down. And I know that I'm coming down off of the adrenaline. I have anxiety. I know that that's what all it was. And so I go through, therapist taught me years ago, when you're in the middle of an anxiety attack and you recognize it's an attack, it's the 5 things. 5 things I can see, 5 things I know about my situation, 5 things I can touch, right? So I have to do and get myself through that. And apparently
is that a coping mechanism thing to help you through?
It's one of them. There's another one where it's 5 senses, like touch something, think about what you're touching.
So
listen for something, think about what you're listening.
Before you go nuts, we are a teaching video group, right? So why don't you go through those?
So in my situation right then, it was 5 things. I started out with 5 things I know about my situation. I know I'm having an anxiety attack. I know it's mostly because of the adrenaline. I know it's because I'm alone. I know it's because I've never hurt myself like this before. I've never had a head injury. And I know that I'm going to be okay because I didn't pass out and nobody seems concerned. So, and then it was 5 things I can see. I can see the chair that I'm sitting on. I can see the stupid TV that's on the little thingy that they let you use. And there was all the other things, and then it was 5 things I can touch, which was I grabbed my purse, I touched my face, I touched a bunch of other stuff. I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, I was trying to keep it down, trying to keep it in, trying to not let it go into full-blown, please bring me a shot of something I can't control myself anxiety attack. And the lady with broken neck dude comes up and walks around the little curtain, and she's like, "Are you okay, honey?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And she's like, "Because it just sounds like you're alone." I'm like, "My mom's on her way. I'm fine. She's like, "Do you want me to sit with you or give you a hug? Or do you need some prayer? And I was like, that almost shut down my anxiety attack right there. I was like, no, I'm good, thank you.
But so, how sweet for her to offer.
Super nice of her, especially considering her husband is sitting in the bed next to me with a broken fucking neck. At least I think it was her husband. Could have been her brother. I'm just making assumptions here.
And then the 5, what was your...
They're the same thing.
There's a bunch of different ways. It's which 5 things works for you.
Right.
But there's the 5 senses one where it's touch something, smell something, see something, hear something, taste something. Yeah. And I'm like, that's why that one doesn't work with me, because when I have an anxiety attack, it's not like I have food in front of me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
For me, because that's the 5 I use. I always have a drink.
You have a drink of something.
I always have a drink.
Yeah. So, and I've never been in a hospital space where there wasn't tissues. I'm full on snot crying. Thank God I carry tissues in my purse, but there was no tissues there. I would have had to wander around with my bloody fucking head and be like, I need a tissue, please. Snorting it into my ruined shirt. My work shirt was ruined. The entire collar was just soaked in blood.
Angie just piped in, I'm the sister with the split head. Thanks for joining us, sister.
Thank you, sister. Yeah, so if you find yourself in the middle of an anxiety attack and you recognize you're in it, there's a bunch of different coping methods. My therapist gave me 5 things. 5 things I know, 5 things I can see, 5 things I can touch. And then hers is the 5 senses. And it works for me. And it's worked when I've had people call me when they're in the middle of an anxiety attack. I walk them through the 5 things. And it works for them too.
It's a grounding technique.
Yeah. It works pretty well. Better than bergamot oil.
There's a leg tap one too.
Mm-hmm.
That has, I don't remember. My therapist said, I'm like, the other one works for me. We're good. I don't want to count other than the 5. So save that work shirt and hang it from the rafters like a hockey jersey.
That's a good idea.
That is a great idea if you haven't washed it yet.
I have not washed it yet, but it is in a bag in my room because I'm like, I don't know if I want to wash it. But I also don't want raw blood just laying around in my house right now. So, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with it. I might try to wash it.
I mean, did they cut it off of you or anything? No, why can't you wash it?
I could wash it. I'm just weird about those kinds of bodily fluids in my washing machine because it's an old-ass washing machine.
Then rinse it in the tub first.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then when it runs clear, then you're good to wash.
It is just a work shirt, and I don't have to pay for them. They already told me they were going to get me a couple of other ones, so I might just fucking toss it.
Tell them it got cut off. They cut it off.
Maybe if the blood spilled in like a picture of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Did you get a Jesus spill?
I did not get a Jesus spill.
Those are worth preserving.
There are no holy figures in my blood.
I always look for Jesus in my toast. Like, I want to be the one. Like so many others.
Grumpy the cat has been showing up in toast.
Yeah, really? Grumpy cat.
It doesn't have to be Jesus. It just can be another icon,
And Grumpy Cat's dead, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I want Matthew McConaughey all up in my toast.
Well, I mean, do you want him in your toast or do you want him all up in your face?
I want him all up in my everything.
I think he would be annoying all up in my face.
No.
He's good looking, but...
No, I'd be busy with my face on his dick. Okay. So he'd be like, all right. I'd be like, yeah, right.
Some guys are just much better looking if they just keep quiet.
Don't talk.
Yeah.
He's a professor. He's a professor down in Texas at a university.
Yeah.
A professor of?
Like a film professor. He's a legit professor. I want to say Texas A&M or Austin. I'll have to look, but I tried to convince my daughter to go there.
I spent my entire day at DMV today because I have a new car to register. And there was a couple of women in front of me, and one of the women did not stop talking the entire hour we were standing in line. Not a breath, even.
This is why I advocate for everyone to invest in a good set of noise-canceling earbuds. Because you should see my ass. I'm at the grocery store just walking around. And I only know people are trying to talk to me because they'll be like, excuse me. And I'll pull my earbuds out and I'm like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Oh, good question, good question. Bree says, more importantly, you didn't ruin an expensive bra, did you?
No, I did not. The blood stopped short of my bra strap, but it was pretty fucking close. I wasn't paying attention after I initially felt the blood about how far down it went, and I was worried that I might have actually gotten blood on my pants, and I was wearing my favorite fucking pair of pants that day, because my hair was freshly done, I was feeling super cute, I was taking 86,000 selfies, and so I was in my cute pants, and like, I was gonna switch out my shirt when I got home, maybe go out and do some shopping, feeling fucking cute. Nope. No blood on my pants or my expensive bra.
But at least you had the cute pants on at the hospital.
I sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a sandwich?
No. But the guy
So
across from me
disappointed.
did, because he was fucking bitching and complaining about how long he'd been there. No, that's a whole... I could do a whole hour on that dude. But, yeah, they gave him a sandwich, which he ate and then promptly vomited back up again.
I mean, they got pans for that shit.
Yeah, but, you know, we're only separated by a thin, like, hospital gown material fucking curtain, so that was fun. Anyway. What else happened this week? The Super Bowl's happening next week. No, 2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks.
February 8th.
February 2nd. Yeah. I'm not real excited about it. I haven't really been into sports ball in a while.
Sports ball.
Sports ball.
Any sports ball?
Any sports ball. I even turned off my favorite sports ball notifications from my Major League Baseball app. I don't get any sports ball notifications.
What else is happening this week? Picard is starting this week.
Picard is starting tomorrow.
Thursday, I thought.
The 23rd. Wait, what is today?
21st.
Oh, yeah. 23rd. Yep. I have somebody else.
Do you know what we're talking about? Or is
No.
it blah,
No,
blah,
I'm
blah
just
right
gonna.
now?
I'm just
It's
sitting
meat
here.
moop. It's meat moop right now.
I'm just sitting here not trying to make it look like
You're bored?
it might be an intentional side eye. I don't know. I'm trying to fix this side eye issue that I'm having here.
I have a CBS All Access login, not mine, for once.
I need one. So if you're willing to give up your access login, please PM Alexia. Or if you know my other one, do that one.
I'm considering, if it's good, like I'm gonna log in and I'll start Picard and I will check out some of the other stuff that's behind the paywall on CBS All Access, and if it's worth it, I might get my own account.
If you have paid access to Pornhub, DM me. I don't care about any of that stuff. But if you do have the upgraded version of Pornhub, I'm your gal.
Do they allow you to share passwords on Pornhub?
I'm not 100% sure.
They don't allow you to share passwords on any of those streaming sites. Like, here we are. I'm the only person in my family with a Netflix account.
It's not like the major conglomerate of like Microsoft where I can at least put Office 365 on 5 different computers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But they let you. I don't know. I don't know if there's multi-access to Pornhub.
iTunes can go on 5 different computers.
So I pay a little bit more on Netflix and Hulu so that I can have multiple screen access. So they know that I have multiple people who have my code, so that like they don't freak out too much on those two. The rest of them can go suck it. As much as I pay for some of the rest of you motherfuckers. Shit.
I know we're talking about paid services, but really quick with Pornhub, there is a gentleman suing Pornhub because of their lack of closed captioning
No.
on their videos.
Well, I want to be the closed captioner for Pornhub, because it'd be like, put it in my butt. Harder. Like...
And I believe somebody said there are closed captioning. There's a category for closed captioning. I haven't verified that yet. Much as I've glanced at that site.
I use Xhamster more than Pornhub.
Yeah, you would think though that a community like Pornhub, they're like trendy. They're in the now. They do.
Right.
They even do social justice stuff. I mean, they're great. That you can go get your stuff captioned up on YouTube. It's weird that they don't have a little settings thing where you can just automatically caption
I'm
it.
assuming they thought that they covered it based on having a whole category for closed caption, but
yeah. Also, I don't think it's particularly easy to auto caption porn, Because a lot of porn is the sounds a dick makes in a vagina or various other orifices.
So what do you do, like slurp, slurp, slop?
Yeah.
Slurp, slurp, slop?
It would be super hard to get an AI to learn to do that. Like, Google doesn't, like, well, we all know our digital overlord has some amazing AI capabilities, but I don't think they even have the capability to auto-caption porn.
They should hire a comedian to do the closed captioning on that, because I've seen some just on like Netflix and even PBS where it says desk slides roughly upon the sand or something like that.
But if you don't know what the sound of a desk sliding roughly on the sand is, then it means nothing to you.
My favorite is shit where it's like intense music. Or what did I see? Sad electronic music in something I was recently watching, and I was like, really captioning? Really? Because closed captioning on is always on in my house. It helps if you have children with reading problems. And, except when they're doing shit, like emotional electronica. I was like, what? How does... Okay, whatever. Speaking of shows, I just watched a show from the Netherlands called Aries on Netflix.
I've heard good things.
It's amazing, but it's fucking weird, man. But it's good.
Weird is the big seller now.
And it does have the English audio so that you can not have to watch the subtitles. But the subtitles are different from the audio as per usual with translations.
Angie says, I just laughed so hard I scared the dog. Slurp, slurp, slop.
Side-eye intensifies. I can't help it! I'm trying to fix it. It is unintentional side-eye. I'm at a very weird angle here, and I have large eyes.
She has enormous eyes. I had a memory come up with you somewhere on one of my pages where it was like, hanging out with this bug-eyed beauty. I was like, God damn, I was drunk as fuck when I posted that. And she let me, so she was drunk too. Because I don't know if you know this, but every post you make with Toxie in it must be pre-approved 15 minutes prior to it being
I'm going to
posted.
tell you why. I'm going to tell you all why that I'm like, let me see that photo first. Because I have a friend, and that friend used to purposely, I swear it was on purpose, post the worst photos of me. And then tag me in them. And they were, like, a lot of times they were drunk or whatever, but some of them were, I'm like, I at least, like, you didn't like a photo I posted of you. But I didn't do it intentional. Like, I thought I normally show you everything I save on my phone. And so then I assumed it was like an approved photo. Like, I like to show you guys, if you're like, I don't care about it, I like to show you them first because I want you to feel like comfortable and confident on the photo. She literally would snap photos of me like every time I was out and then post them.
New Year's Eve, I posted a photo of her without getting her permission.
Jesus Christ, that was the worst!
The thing was I didn't even realize she was in the photo when I posted it, because it was a photo of my baby daddy and my dog.
And I was sitting on the other side, and all of a sudden I'm just sitting there scrolling. I was super quiet on New Year's Eve, just kind of chilling there by myself, and I'm scrolling. I'm like, I have fucking 32 chins! Why did you post that photo with me?
What photo
in the background? Like, you couldn't even tell where a chin ended and my neck started. Like, there was nothing. It was all chins.
I love you.
But yes,
Ooh,
no worry about the joking. But the side-eye thing, as I said in the beginning of the show, as soon as I saw it on camera, I'm at a weird angle, and I have rather large eyes.
That's going to be the name
and so
of this
every
episode,
time
by
I
the
keep
way.
looking away, it looks
Hashtag
like major
side-eye.
side-eye. I don't know. I'll have to fix it for next week.
What do you guys think of the lighting in here? We might add another, like, face-forward light, but we would like your input on the studio improvements we can make, things we can do. It's pretty limited because this is my fucking kitchen, so I can't, like, build anything in here because this all has to go away so we can eat. Well, we don't actually eat in the kitchen anyway. Never mind. Make some suggestions.
Keep your Jesus free.
What?
I thought you were my friend.
What'd she say?
Keep your chins up.
I keep all my chins under my main chin.
She meant me.
I know.
I'm trying. I'm gonna sit here like this and not move. I will not look at you guys or it'll be side-eye, so this is it. This is all you're getting.
Do you want to talk about the thing we were talking about at the beginning, the mukbang?
Yeah, have you guys heard of mukbang? I'm literally not moving from this pose, by the way.
So,
have you guys heard of mukbang?
So,
is it something you would watch?
Yeah, so it's a series of videos that some YouTubers are doing. It stems from something in South Korea like 10 years ago or whatever, where they just eat and talk. And not like a feeder video, not like a fetishized eating video, but they're just like eating dinner normally and having a conversation with you. Let us know if you'd like to see something like that. That might end up being a Patreon only thing, or maybe a super secret Facebook group thing only. We'll see.
I like the super secret Facebook group thing, but we need to get some content on Patreon, so I vote Patreon.
We do. We're going to work on Patreon content. For all of you who are paying Patreon subscribers, thank you so much. For those of you who don't subscribe to us on Patreon or support us in any way financially, what the fuck is wrong with you? Literally, we're everywhere at SinCityBounty. As little as $1 a month super duper helps us. If we could get 50 of you to send us $1 a month, we could have Starbucks on every show every week.
We wouldn't actually use it for that.
No.
We would use it to improve.
Yeah, we'd use it
show.
for more backdrops. We'd use it for, we're getting a banner because we don't have a banner. We do, but it's from our very first year, so we need a new banner. We're updating some of our remote stuff, some of our... We
have travel plans.
Yeah,
so we'd like to travel to areas near you.
We'd like to travel. Every dollar you donate to us, every dollar you give to us helps us to expand this show and to help it take off. The anniversary show.
Yes.
Can we talk about that? Do we have the date written down somewhere?
March 6th.
March 6th. That's like 3 weeks after our anniversary, but March 6th we are going to be doing a special live broadcast. It'll probably be 3 or 4 hours long, so just pop in whenever and leave whenever. But we will be at the bar where this whole thing started.
Yes.
We are broadcasting from where we started 10 years ago. It's a bar here locally in Las Vegas. If you are interested in joining us, there will be jizz chips. There will be other finger foods and really cheap drinks, as well as a drink special for people who come to see us. You can watch us live. You can interact with us. We're going to have a microphone and we're going to walk around and, talk to everybody, and you can be a guest on the show, or you can heckle us from the audience, whatever you want to do.
Toxie's got games that she wants to play with some fine people.
Games planned. Mm-hmm. We will, when we get a little bit closer to the date, we will post an event where you all can see the details of where to go, what to do, and how to dress.
We're hoping to have some special guests.
Quick question, the static noise, those who say you have the static, have you had it for the whole show, or did it just start recently?
Yeah.
Because if it's because I moved, I will stay even more still.
Yeah, I'll need to know what the static noise is.
You could just say when it started, that would be great.
I don't have an audio feedback, and we can't because this microphone picks up literally fucking everything. The other thing you might be hearing is directly upstairs is my roommate's bedroom, and all of my dogs and my child are up there right now to try to reduce the noise.
And I believe he has a parade going on that involves... water. Like either he's shitting a lot and flushing like there's no tomorrow, or someone's showering, or they're just trying to drown out the sound of us talking about penises and vagina down here.
It could be that.
Andrew and Lisa both say the whole show. How much to get access to the private Facebook group? It's $5 a month. $5 a month on Patreon. And Timothy asks, does the Den of Iniquity still exist? Because that would be a cool museum of sorts.
So it does, but none of us live there anymore. But if whoever were in town and wanted to take a road trip, we could drive by it and I could point it out to you. It was in a Budget Tweaks, so
yeah, it was just one of those, weekly rental things. Weekly rental.
Wait, you guys did the show from the...
No. But we had a lot of stories come from that. Like, let's see.
Super Dave, sex stories?
Yeah, Super Dave, Fabulous Dave, No Eye Dave. Wait, did No Eye Dave ever make it to the...
I don't think No Eye Dave did.
No, but Fabulous Dave did with his fucking chartreuse mission style chair. I was like, boy, are you sure you're straight? He is. He fucked like a straight man.
Calypso's little baseball guy.
Yep. You guys' cop dude?
Yes.
With socks on?
Yes.
Cops on socks?
There were so
Cops
many
on
orgies happening at that place. It was not even funny. We had so many stories in that place.
So many
I mean, I'd
stories.
like to just know where it is. If you just want to text me that address, it might be something I'll check out.
If you are local Vegas and we say that we rented, or one of us had a room at a weekly place and had sex and orgies in it all the time, the number one answer would be
Budget Tweaks.
Boulder Highway.
Oh, I'm familiar with Boulder Highway.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So
That
not
is a total Las Vegas joke, pun.
Yeah, but the thing is that that's one of the stereotypes that's absolutely true. You know that Motel 6 that you can rent by the hour and they don't question, but
I've never heard
sheets
of
are
it.
stiffs? Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
Yeah,
I've
so
been there.
down the street, like 2 blocks, is that Budget Suites, that weekly place right down the street. It was there.
Although we did have a few adventures at the Motel 6.
A number of us used the Motel 6 a couple of times. As a matter of fact, my ex and I had one of our first sex escapades at the Motel 6.
I met Scrabble Guy there. And shared him with all the other ladies because he was that good.
How does that work? Did y'all have did you pass out numbers? Are there wristbands?
No. We just got together because we would get together every week at the bar and we would go, dude, I just met this guy. I met him playing Scrabble. You have to have sex with him. You just have to.
Let me introduce you to my friend.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of
arrangements.
that. They took home, her and Calypso took home a cop from the bar one time. And he left his socks on and
I took pictures, secret pictures. This was okay, so
there were so many Scrabble nights at that place that ended up as orgies.
yeah.
We played strip Scrabble or strip poker or something like that, and I ended up naked first. I always end up naked first. I'm a terrible poker player. Terrible.
We were horrible.
Apparently I
10
missed
years
out
ago.
on
10
quite a
years
bit.
ago, when this show first started, we were all single and we were all looking for sex.
We were all horny as fuck.
Yep.
Now
And drinking a lot.
So much. And now we don't do any of that.
What was it, like a year and a half in, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
We were like, Sierra comes to me and she goes, dude, let's not go drink it tonight. Let's just stay in because my liver hurts.
And then we were like, no, we should go out. We'll go to the bar. We need Wi-Fi. So we went to the bar and we ordered sodas. And they're like, you want alcohol in that? We're like, no. And they were worried about us because we didn't want alcohol. We were like, no, our liver's hurt. And they're like, you sure you want a little?
Bree says the entire show quite bad.
Really?
I thought you guys did a test earlier.
did.
wasn't
We
it?
did.
But we had to move everything after.
Yeah. So,
We ended up moving the table out.
we'll figure it out. It's a process, y'all. We'll do something. With something somewhere.
Tim says, oh man, I still remember those stories. The show was my education. Ustream started it all.
Yep,
That's right. When we
that's
started
where we
streaming
were.
video, it was via Ustream.
It was via Ustream.
Y'all wore masks too, huh?
No, but we
No.
didn't do anything above the neck. For the first year, for the first season, it was all below the neck. All you saw was our tits for the first season.
Well, we were radio. We were radio only. There's no video. Video didn't come until, I think, end of year 1, maybe middle of year 2.
No, it was year 1
'Cause-
because we were still in the original studio at VA&R. And it was first season and we started streaming the video because somebody else was doing it. We were like, oh, that's a good idea. I think it was Black Jesus and his friends when they started
Maybe.
doing their show.
Maybe.
We had Black Jesus on.
Oh, he's still good looking, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm not friends with him on Facebook.
I'm Twitter friends with him.
Oh. What time is it?
It is, I don't have to turn off my phone to find out. It is 7:47.
We're gonna need y'all to tell us what time, since we don't have someone over there holding up
Yeah, we don't have any cue
little-
cards
Oh,
anymore.
hey.
It's... Oh, well, I guess that is accurate enough. I didn't think it was accurate. Sometimes it's off by like 15 minutes.
Well, let's start shutting down around 10 till. That way we got that 5 minutes to play with.
We got 5 minutes to play with. Cool. So, not this weekend, but the last weekend, Super Bowl weekend. Or, no, we can't say that, can we?
the big game.
Big
Big game weekend, the weekend of the big game. Sin in the City is a big kink positive convention that will be in town, and I will be attending all 3 days. So if you are going to be at Sin in the City, find me. Clearly you people don't have a problem finding me in public, because you are always finding me in public. And try not to be too much of a creeper. Not gonna have sex with you though. Sorry, that's not gonna happen.
So what is the
Wait, what if I find you? Is that
Oh, yeah, I'll
still
have
off
sex
the
with you.
table?
No.
Okay, just clarify.
No, I'll have sex with you.
Want to know where that is.
It's a kink convention. That's what it is. Kinky people get together. There's classes. There's a couple that I really want to go to that they're kind of early in the morning. I might end up with those by myself because my partner's like, I might be sleeping. And I'm like, okay, because I'm an early riser anyway. But we can let our freak flags fly. We've been given our dominant in our relationship has given us permission to let our freak flags fly on Saturday. Just wear whatever we want, act however we want. If there's any like weird kink we have never been able to participate in or want to, like he's like encouraging us to do that. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with all of this because there's not many things that I haven't done yet. But like puppy play kind of crosses my mind. Not pony play because I don't want anybody like riding me or anything, but well, I mean, I do, but
I don't think they actually do. They actually write you?
Some of them do, but puppy play, pet play, maybe. I don't know. I might just put on fucking pajamas and walk around barefoot in a casino.
So is Sin in the City something that happens every year in Vegas?
Yeah, and this is like its 15th or 20th year or something.
What are the
like
dates
that.
for that?
The 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd
of January
and February.
So yeah, January and February.
Yeah.
For in the future, if you want to come out. It's
usually the last weekend of January or something like that.
Do you think you'll be going every year?
Probably.
Yeah.
My partners do, so, if we're still together next year, we should be. I don't foresee any major problems happening. I'm not saying I'm breaking up with anybody right now. Actually, what I'm sort of hoping for is that we're sort of a larger group, that we're not just a polytriad by next year. Like, we're like a gang showing up. We'd be like, like we're already all in the same pirate crew. Why can't we have more people in our poly group?
You're like, there's 37 of us this year?
Hell yeah, we could take out a whole hotel block. We'd be like, this whole floor is us.
So what about you? Do you, are you interested in going?
I hadn't heard of it until she told me about it.
Maybe next year?
So maybe next year.
I've heard about it, but I've never gone.
Can you go for just a day?
I think you can get a day pass.
Do you have to get all 3?
No, I think you can get a day pass.
So we didn't do a show last week because we were planning on this today. But one of the things that we talked about were Toxie's goals for this year of 2020. And one is to go to a furry convention. And we posted a picture of her actually finding one in the Googles.
It's called SinCity Mercon.
We're going.
And the date for that is?
Yeah, hold on. I have to put in my birth date again.
You have to verify your own.
Actually, I think I have it. I think I wrote it down because you're serious.
It is. Oh, no, I'm going. I don't care if I'm going alone or what. I'm going. It is, it's the first Las Vegas convention to be 18-plus, kink-friendly, adult furry convention. It is June 26th through the 28th. They will offer education, social opportunities, and a safe place for furries and kink to collide and have an amazing weekend. And it's hosted, the company is called Corgi Events. It's really cute.
They host a bunch of fur cons.
So you're definitely going to that.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. Even if I end up not going to the full convention, I'll be the girl sitting outside the door. Like, you know how at Bashes people hang around outside? I'll be that person. Like, hi, can I touch your outfit?
I have some ears you can wear. Because I'm planning, if I'm going to a fur con, I'm going in not a full fur suit, but I'm definitely going in a fursona.
Well, it's June. I can't wear a full fur suit, but I definitely would. Like, it's something I would dress up for.
I have some adorable
And I hate dressing up, by the way. Like costume parties.
Sorry about that. We lost our video feed. We're going to give you a few minutes to catch up. We just want to say goodnight and do our closeout, make some quick reminders, because there were some questions.
Yes, so live 10th anniversary show is March 6th. We will post details in an event later this week. Maybe later this month. We'll see. Sin in the City at the end of January. I'll be there, so if you want to hit me up, hit me up.
In June is MerCon, Sin City MerCon.
Yep, we'll be there. The winter weekend is the last weekend in February. We will be broadcasting from there, I think.
Yes, but we're not sure if it's Friday or Saturday yet.
I'm not sure if it's Friday or Saturday yet. And then the 2 or 3 back-to-back conventions in July.
Well, we have Bree's Pop-Up Party,
Right.
which we know is an event that we support every year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the dates for hers, and hers follows Excellence.
Excellence is 14th through the 20th, and Bree's Pop-Up Party is the 20th through the 26th.
So we'll probably be at both of those as well. If you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for your support. Please give this video a thumbs up. None of our videos monetize, but thumbs up help us to promote without having to spend any money. If you want to subscribe to us, just click that red subscribe button at the bottom. And if you want to get notified when we upload 5 videos an hour for 3 days, just click the bell icon and we'll give you notifications. If you support us on Patreon, we have a lot of really cool things coming up on Patreon, both for all levels and for exclusive levels.
We do have a super secret Facebook group. If you want to join that, that is only $5.
Yep, $5 a month. Your money goes to help us travel so that we can take the show on the road. After 10 years, we don't make enough money, so send us money, please.
Yeah. We'll get you better content, hopefully. The more we see you supporting us, hopefully the more we'll be able to produce for you.
Hopefully.
And it does go to, of course, things like maintaining the website, and it's going to buy our banner for us, and you should probably take the money out for this.
Maybe. We'll see. At some point, upper level subscribers will get on a credit scroll on the YouTube video, and you'll definitely get a shout out in our live videos.
Yep.
This is Sierra.
I'm Alexia.
Toxie.
And we'll see you next time.
If you're brave enough.
Later, bitches!
Finished.